Welcome back to Down the Track, and now it's time to focus on the on-field action. I was about to say
How
on-field.
can you how can you forget about this 2-0 victory, baby? Ronaldo back in the scoring. How can you forget about this?
I didn't forget, but yeah, finally you win for Man United. But yeah, all the auction talk I was about to say, if it's now time for on-field auction, but it's time for on-field action now. The cricket we can focus on. I think the players themselves they were involved. Rohit Sharma mentioned it in his press conference that the players are very involved in the auction. But now you're playing for India, you have to focus. With that, I have
Yeah.
my co-host Vinay. He's my co-host or he's my guest. I don't know, but now he's my co-host the last 2 3 days. Yeah, with Vinay, we'll be previewing the India versus West Indies T20, and hopefully we'll be joined with a few more friends. Vinay, how are you doing, man?
All good, man. Really happy with the result today, especially Manu. Back to winning ways after so long, man. So many brutal draws and stuff. So yeah, finally happy times coming back to us. But also excited for tomorrow's game, India versus West Indies. It's West Indies is the team to watch out for in any T20 league. So it'll be really exciting to see how they actually fare in India this time.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is a different format, and I think you might get to see a different West Indies for sure. And these
Yeah.
conditions, they kind of like it now. It's not like before where it's turning this and that. West Indies batsmen in particular, they don't mind playing in these kind on these kind of pitches, and that helps them in the IPL as well. So we saw that even in the 2016 World Cup where they beat India in the Wankhede. You can see that the IPL effect is there. So they
But this
really
time, this time it's on the ground where you remember the name.
yeah. Carlos Brathwaite. Satnam's in the house. He's saying, Musti, don't sleep. I'm not sleeping, man. It's late here, but I'm not sleeping. Punter is saying 5 cents. And then so sad as usual, even after winning.
Yeah,
Punter, man,
these Liverpool
we're
fans.
very happy because our team is not as, what do you call it? We're not as lucky as fans as Liverpool fans right now. Like, for us, a win against Brighton is a huge deal. We keep drawing, losing. We're like kind of mid-table now, so we're not on that level right now. Every win counts. And I'm surprised Vinay is watching because, like, someone who likes to win, who switches from Delhi to Chennai, depending on the thing, he's still sticking with
I
United.
don't switch. I don't switch from Delhi to Chennai.
That I caught you with. That I always had the upper
Chennai,
hand.
Chennai is my second love because of Dhoni.
Though, yeah, it was your first love, and then it switched to the second because Dhoni started thing. And then last
Exactly.
year you were so confused because it's like Delhi, Chennai. But let's talk about this game a bit. Vinay, did you see the Rohit Sharma press conference by any chance?
I didn't. I didn't today. I didn't get a chance to look at the press
So,
conference.
like, I don't know if you saw the clip, but like, he was asked a question first about Virat Kohli. So he gave it back to the media. He said, "I think you guys need to stop. He's in a good space, and like once you stop, don't he'll perform and everything. You guys need to
Yeah,
stop picking stuff up." And he's basically defending Kohli. So that's good to see from Rohit Sharma.
exactly.
And you can sometimes you see captains. Calling out their players, but I think this is a situation. Rohit Sharma is very mature. He knows who and when to call out. And Virat Kohli right now needs the support, and he's giving that. So you're happy with?
Yeah, he's been really been a team player, even though he's been not doing that well with his bat. But been a team player and been and has been taking those criticisms and stuff not too hard and playing for the team rather than like just being taken out of captaincy and stuff. He's not showing any of those signs at least.
Yeah, 100%. And also, he was asked about the IPL, like we mentioned, and he's saying now, like, yeah, a lot of people went for money. Even he was in that situation where he was in auction a long time ago, so he understands that. But now he
Yeah.
wants everyone to focus. But how much is that price tag going to affect? Because someone like a Shardul Thakur, Harshal Patel, these guys, it might be playing in their minds. But how easy or hard do you think it is to get rid of that and then just focus? That high of an auction, you got sold for so much money. Your friends and family are celebrating, and suddenly you have to focus on a cricket game. It can be difficult at times.
It will be difficult, especially with the Indian series right now. Like
Hmm.
the players who got auctioned at really high price, if they don't perform, the media is gonna go bonkers on them, right? With that high price, like they're gonna go bonkers on the different teams that have picked these players as well. So it's going to be interesting in that sense, but definitely they shouldn't be taking that to pressure. They are, of course, professional, so they shouldn't be taking that into consideration and playing for the team. and focusing on where they're playing right now.
Yeah, even I heard that Nicholas Puran gave his friends a treat after his, his the money that he received in the auction. So West
Nice.
Indies players are also going through that high. You have Romario Shepherd there as well, but someone like Pollard again, like Rohit Sharma, he's an experienced guy. He's
Yeah.
won T20 championships across the world. He's won the World Cup as well, and I think he'll keep these guys level grounded. If you just look at the players to watch out for from India, if you look at it, you're seeing Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan opening, and they'll probably be the players to watch out, right, in the
Yeah,
beginning.
with Rahul not there, I think Ishan Kishan is their best bet to come and slot in for the opening role. And
Yeah.
then there is talks about even Virat opening, but I doubt it at this point. With T20 World Cup coming in the hindsight, I don't think they're going to experiment there by bringing Kohli up top. But you never know. That could be a possibility as well.
I have a question on
And
that. Sorry to interrupt you, but there was a question right on that. If you remember the last T20 last year, India versus England, Kohli was opening with Rohit Sharma, right? And Kohli was
yes,
captain at that time, and it looked like he also mentioned that he will probably open in the World Cup. Like he gave a hint.
yeah.
Then the IPL happened, and then the World Cup came, but they never opened together. Is that a sign that Kohli's power was kind of decreasing, and he was not the one calling the shots? Because I think up until then, the India England series, he was deciding the batting order, the team, the 11, the squad, everything. And I just feel that because not much changed between that series. Yes, there was COVID, there was IPL, and everything, but not much changed otherwise.
To be honest, like I wouldn't say that was because of declining power or anything. I don't know in that per se if
Yeah,
that happened or not,
we don't
right?
know
But
then.
the way like he's been doing well in the IPL, batting, opening for RCB and stuff. But when it comes to international cricket, he hasn't been exposed that much in terms of opening in T20 or any format in that manner. So I feel that it'll be best for the team management to actually consider that. And plus, it gives that balance if he comes one down to give that extra stability because a lot of players in the middle order are young. So I feel it's better for him to play one down. But at the same time, it's going to be a management call in terms of if he's going to open this time or not.
Yep, and you think Avesh Khan's gonna make his debut tomorrow?
It's a tough call. It's absolutely tough call. Leaving out Deepak Chahar or Bhuvi is definitely not performing that well, so I think he's going to be left out. But it's going to be a tough call. Keeping the World Cup in hindsight, I think it will be better if they try out Avesh Khan, just so that they get that backup bowler and see how he fares in the international cricket circuit. Because he hasn't actually played much in international cricket, right? So might as well try him out. Um, like I was reading the Crick Info team as well, and they had the same opinion on that. So it's going to be a tough call. But with the World Cup in the mind, I think it'll be a better call to give Avesh Khan a run.
Yep, and if you look at the West Indies, again, a very explosive batting lineup. You have Myers and Brandon King opening, and then
Yeah,
Puran, Pollard, and Roman Powell, Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd, Fabian Allen, Odin Smith, Akil Hussain. They bat until Akil Hussain, and then you have Cottrell to finish it off, probably, right? I'm
exactly.
looking
Yeah,
at, yeah, so I mean, that's the kind of predicted 11 that Cricket was also giving. So let's
yes.
just go with that for now. And yeah, this is why they're a dangerous T20 team, right? Because in a one day thing, like you see them go for it, they get out, they lose wickets, and you have to bat 50 overs. Here you can lose wickets, but you keep hitting, you can still reach 200 for like eight.
Exactly. And they bat so deep, and everyone is a striker in their team. Even
Yeah,
Cottrell, for that matter, he can hit those sixes too. So you
yeah.
can't even leave him out in terms of not being impactful.
Hmm.
But at the same time, that's why West Indies is one of the most feared teams, especially in T20, because they bat till the end and they can change the game at any position, right? That's why they can even go down to like a 40 all out or even a 70 all out at some point, right? So
Yeah.
it's like an unpredictable nature of that team, but at the same time, it's one of the most feared team, especially in T20.
Yeah, and a lot of people talk about template. We've seen it in the Indian media saying that, like, the template should change. We should play aggressive cricket, but you
Yeah,
need to have the personnel like this, someone who can
exactly.
strike, who can
Yeah,
hit six at number 10, right? Someone like Akil Hussain, who put a partnership with Romario Shepherd against England, and what 10th wicket partnership of like 90 runs in like 30 balls.
90, exactly. That's
You
my
need
point. Like
like that.
they came down to almost chase that 200 score mark,
Yeah,
and it was literally what they lost by a run,
1 run. Yeah,
1 run. Yeah, so
that was the
they bat so deep that you can never count them out. Even at
yeah.
7 8 wickets, you're like, oh man, we have this in the bag. No, they still have those players who can actually hit them out. So
You can afford that
uh,
strategy because you have the personnel.
exactly,
That's what it is.
exactly, yes.
Now, if India use that method, but then you're relying on someone as Siraj to come and hit, it's not going to be the same
It's
ball
not
game.
going to be possible. It's not
That's why
going to be
India has to
possible.
be a bit
Yeah.
more conservative in that sense. So it depends on West Indies have the luxury, and England too. They have the luxury. They have those hitters. So that's what it is.
That's one of the main reasons why Indian cricket is kind of struggling at this point, especially in the ODI format and other formats, because the top five, top six don't bowl, right? And if you
True.
actually see in most of the other teams, there's someone or the other who's actually contributing with the ball and the bat, right?
Hmm.
And that's one of the biggest problems that India has been facing in terms of not having those key bowlers who can pitch in. Like even someone like when we back in the day when we won like 2011 or even 2007 World Cup, if you had seen there was Suresh Raina, there was Yuvraj Singh who can actually chip in with the ball as well, and they are a good bat as well. So those kind of things are something that India needs to look onto and actually build their squad in a way so that they can sustain playing like a couple of bowlers and have those match winning all rounders as well.
Yep, and this series is going to be held in Calcutta, in Kolkata.
Yeah,
So the ground is kind of small. Normally when it's packed, it looks amazing, but the dimensions are not too big as I think before they were probably bigger. But with the ropes now coming in and stuff, it's not too big. So
yeah.
and Rohit Sharma also loves playing there.
It's his favorite ground to play at, and if you actually see, it's quite dominated with some of the Mumbai lads who are going to be there. So Surya Kumar Yadav previously played for KKR,
Yeah.
Shreyas Iyer now in KKR, and then bunch of other like Harshal Patel and Kuldeep Yadav. So they are used to these conditions. It's just the adaptability now that they haven't played together. Like Yuzi Chahal coming in, Kuldeep Yadav coming in, Harshal Patel might be coming in. So and Avesh Khan, like these players have individually performed, but how well they fare for the national team is going to be a little different and going to be a little challenging as well against this mighty West Indies team.
India don't have a spinning all rounder in this one. There's no Akshar Patel. Washington Sundar, I'm
Uh,
not.
Akshar Patel, I believe, is injured as well.
And
I'm not
Washington
sure.
Sundar is injured. Jadeja is also
Washington
not.
Sundar is injured, yes. Yeah,
So that's going to be kind of an issue. So they'll have to play Kuldeep and
yeah.
Chahal. That means they have probably Harshal Patel batting at 7, and that's your last batsman.
Exactly. So, like, they're gonna lose out on someone like a Shardul Thakur
Hmm.
and bringing in Harshal Patel just to give that chance to Harshal as well to get used to the international circuit. So, I feel
Shah
that's
is on the squad though, right?
Shardul is in the squad,
So wouldn't
I
you
believe.
put Siraj at 11 or Chahal at 11, take out Avesh Khan and go just to get the balance of the batting? I mean, I would love to see Avesh Khan bowl. It's just that
Yeah.
then the batting is a bit light. Or I've seen the 11 which we're looking at right now. Surya Kumar's at 5 and Iyer is at 6. So they do bat deep like that. But then
Yes.
I'm just saying maybe just have those all round options.
You can go with that, but they have to keep World Cup in mind, right? Like World Cup isn't that far away. It's going to be in Australia. They need those backup fast bowlers that are going to travel with the squad. And if they don't try them and just play them like something like that happened with Vijay Shankar, all throughout uh, this thing before the preparation for the World Cup, they had Ambati Rayudu batting two down, and in the World Cup, all of a sudden you have a Vijay Shankar batting there, right?
I'll tell you what
So
happened there. I'll tell you if you want. Like in that one, Ambati Raidu was smashing it. He was playing, and then there was just one series just before the World Cup. It was India
yeah,
Australia. Vijay Shankar performed, and he was taken just based on that.
No,
So
I know exactly what happened and stuff.
yeah,
It's just
recency bias is a problem, which can happen again. You
exactly. So
what happened now is
they would want
Iran.
to learn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, I'm
I was just saying they would want to learn from those experiences previously that happened already, right? They don't want to go back to those kind of things that happened and got hyped up and criticized in the media, right? They would want to try these people, so that's why I'm going with Avesh Khan in the starting 11. But if say if Bumrah or anyone comes, of course he's going to sit out at that point. So at least they can give him a run, see how he performs, and then try him out maybe in Australia or something.
fair enough. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I think if someone like Akshar Patel or Washington Sundar were fit, it would have been just a bit easier. But
Yes.
fair enough. I think everyone will probably be given a go. At the same time, they'll want to win the series because to get that confidence going into the T20 World
Yep.
Cup. Again, I would say with India, I don't think they should tinker too much. They've done that a lot. Even if you want to tinker, don't do it so close. Do it now. This is where you do
Yep.
your change, chopping and
Exactly.
changes. Like try everything and then go into the World Cup a bit more, level-headed. Because we've seen them win these kind of series. They've won series in New Zealand, limited overs. They've won in Australia. They've won in England, South
Yeah.
Africa. But then when it comes to the big tournament, they just panic. That's what it is. So I think it's about just keeping calm and trying a few things now, and then going into that tournament knowing your options.
Yep.
Prediction for the series.
I think it's going to be 2-1 India.
2-1 to India. It's going to be close. I think you can flip it as well. West Indies
Yeah,
also too.
exactly. So I can never count this team out, but because of home conditions, I'm giving India the edge that they might actually win. So let's see. It's an
It's home
inexperienced bowling
conditions, but
lineup.
it's home conditions, but I feel that West Indies will be more comfortable in India than in West Indies because sometimes it slows right in the West Indies.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mean, like I just feel that in India, especially maybe Eden Gardens and Wankhede, they like playing these kind of grounds. It comes onto the bat nicely and
But one thing that's negative for West Indies, they are most likely playing just one spinner. Rest everyone is a fast bowler.
kilos.
Yeah. So that
They
might be the
have
trick.
Paul's Junior that they can try as well, right? They can.
They might not bring him in because they've been giving Akhil Hussain the ball more than like I know he played the third ODI there, but I think the first choice spinner is Akhil Hussain for them.
Yeah, but also that's what I'll say. Normally I look at this and I'm like, India can win it with their spinners, right? But right now the spinners are not in the greatest of forms, and those
Yeah,
spinners can get hit as well. We saw Kuldeep Yadav
exactly.
pick up 2 wickets, but then
Yeah,
he got hit. So I think that's what it is. It's going to be that battle between the Indian spinners and the West Indies batsmen who picks up wickets, who scores runs. And also the fast bowlers need to be a bit smart because this West Indies batting lineup does look kind of scary. But India also, their batting, they need to bat well. Word of the day, bonkers. Did you say bonkers, Vinay?
yeah.
Yeah, baby. Will I do this once?
No. I'm
But
not
yeah,
doing
I lost my train of thought, but what I was saying was even the Indian batsmen can put the West Indies bowlers under pressure. But I like the West Indies bowling attack as well because I just feel Jason Holder is someone so experienced. He bats at six, but can open. He can with the ball. He can bowl in the middle overs. He can bowl in the death overs. And Romario Shepherd has that pace. Oh, by the way, Fabian Allen can bowl spin as well. So
Yes, I just saw that Fabian Allen can bowl, and Jason Holder is going to open the innings for them in terms of bowling.
who Jason Holder what?
He's going to open the innings for them in terms
Yeah.
of bowling with Sheldon Cotter.
And Dwayne Bravo is gone. Someone
Yeah.
like a Russell is not there, but still they have these all rounders, man, from out of nowhere. Like
If you
Jason Holder.
actually, if you actually see, where would you slot even Russell at this point with this team? He's not like the same
Slot
kind
him
of
anywhere,
caliber
but
as
I
him.
see that's what it is. They have replacements.
Exactly.
Fami in
Yeah.
the club, but yeah, I think that wraps it up, Vinay. Man, I'm going 2-1 either way. India, West Indies. You're going 2-1 India. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, really excited for, and it's at a good time for us because it's at 9 a.m.
I love
rather
saying
than a 3 a.m. start. So it's going to be good in terms of like watching the game and stuff, and really excited for how it turns out.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a very good series. I feel both teams
Yeah,
have some big hitters. West Indies, you can't count them out here. It can go either way for them. For India, they do have a certain template, but hopefully for them, someone like Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant, if they start hitting, they can match West Indies with those sixes. Maybe not match, but take that sixes count a bit further than normal.
yeah, yeah,
All right,
exactly.
Vinny,
It's
best of
going to
luck for
be an
our
interesting
and
game.
yeah, best of luck for
Sorry,
India
what?
game. Best of luck
Sorry,
for
what?
the India game and take care and find me in the club. Take care and I will catch you hopefully after the game or whenever. Let's see how it goes. There's some big games tomorrow. Punter is saying, "Let's go." Come on, I think he's waiting for you outside. So I'll catch you, Vinay. Take care. Enjoy the day and thank you so much for joining me, man. Enjoy the game
Thanks,
as
man.
well. Take care.
Yeah.